IRL streams from the UK? I might be able to. I don't know. Like I said, like IRL streams from when I was in Poland. That YOLO one we did it was a lot of fun. I really liked it. But it's also kind of like a work trip. It was just me walking around and shit. I don't know if I want to like stream family time, right? Although the kids loved being on stream for what it's worth. But now when my nephews were here, I don't know if you guys, well, somebody obviously saw that because we were live. But maybe like a walk the countryside there kind of thing would be nice. But it's just like, it's a different vibe, you know, when you're like doing like a family holiday versus I'm like in Poland for a video gaming conference kind of thing. You know, if I went to like Gamescom or BlizzCon or something, that's a different story. Like, what hit me there? I don't understand. I just got a stack there, but I don't think I was in the red circle at all. Any of them. Weird. I come back to WoW in a more casual way. Well, we'll check out the expansion launch, and we're probably going to play a bit tonight so I can get some resemblance of my UI up and running and stuff like that. Long term, probably not. I just don't think the game, like the end game mechanics and systems, really interest me these days. But generally speaking, we will be playing like tonight probably for a bit, and Monday, and then expansion launch later next week. Yeah, this is probably not be. But would it pass the breaking tests? Let's find out. Professional Delver in there. Man, honestly, I'm a little bummed about Delve's chat. You guys haven't been speaking very highly about them and stuff. Overpower damage.
Not in town.
This is like the third conversation we've had about them in the past few weeks, and it's not been generally met with like amazingness. Really. Am I gonna dive? Yeah, we looked at the First Descendant S1 video. Honestly, like I quite enjoyed First Descendant. I didn't stop playing it because I was like, wow, I really hate this. I think it was a combination of you guys were kind of over it after binging it for 6 days, and once Human came out. But I really did enjoy my time with it. The biggest problem with First Descendant is that it overlaps almost directly with Star Wars Outlaws launch. Now, if that's an absolute disaster, then sure, like we'll jam it, right? But like I think it's literally the same day launch. Okay, we need Barrage here. Wait, what about Force PvP and Once Human? What do they do? That's not good. That's not good. Didn't we... Oh my god, I just remembered. We bricked the 2 GA one-hander before I left because it didn't temper Barrage. That's a low roll or whatever. Nice. Alright, well that checks out. What else did we need to do? Oh, did we need to enchant this at all? We did not, actually. So that's good. We do need to masterwork it, though. Oh, me lord. You got some masterworking. Please roll something good. I'll take the damage. Me lords. Turned out being pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then these are what we're hunting for right now. Okay, dude, 50 for 1. Fuck me, we're gonna be here forever, dude. Yeah, I'll be streaming WoW during the drops and stuff, Cabbage, for sure. Like, we should be done with because the drops don't start till the 26th. We should be done with Wukong easily by the 26th. Like, Wukong's on the 20th. We'll probably be done 3 to 4 days in, Am I hyped for Outlaws? Conceptually, yes. It's Ubisoft. Like, I don't know. They just did Skull and Bones, and well, we saw how that worked out. I'm cautiously optimistic. Let's put it that way. I mean, it's one of those, like, it looks good. People have been saying it's pretty good. Some people got to get, like, hands-on stuff on it. Inevitable Fate. Some people have gotten, like, hands-on on it. I mean, you know, there could be paid actors kind of thing, but... So, you know, mostly it's looking, like, promising. But that's literally their job, right? That's literally their job as a company, is to hype up and all that kind of stuff. And say it's amazing. I mean, case in point, Skull and Bones, right? The first time they ever talked about Skull and Bones and all that, people are like, oh, wow, that actually looks cool. Like, cool concept, cool stuff. And, like, how did it end up, right? How did that end up, chat? Not very good. So... Some of the movement gameplay looks strange. Yeah, I agree. Like, from the footage I saw of the game, too, like... And then, you know, and then begs the question, like, you know, is it going to be... is it going to be all of the same shebang as usual? With, like, just a bunch of question marks on the map and go to the question marks and things like that? Or are they actually going to crank it a bit? Would a Poland stream in London be fun? Just walk in London with us? Like I said, I might do that. The only thing is it's like, it's family time for me, Yules. If I was there because, like, if I go to, like, Gamescom or BlizzCon, or, like, I go on another, like, work trip for gaming and stuff, I'm totally down to do an IRL stream now that we've kind of broken the ice with the one in Poland. But I'm there to, like, relax and see family rather than do video gaming stuff, so the answer is maybe. Like, I might be down. In fact, it might be something my nephews really like, so that could be a fun stream if you guys are interested in that. So I could do, like, a walk around London with my nephews, because, like I said, they did really enjoy being on stream. And I mean, they're growing up in a day and age where, I mean, influencers and video games and stuff are a very prominent part of their culture, and a lot of, like, children growing up, so it's probably something that they'd want to do. So watch out for bikers, they steal phones. What is Outlaws like? It's an open world, like, adventure RPG set in the Star Wars universe. And you are, well, you're an outlaw. You're like a rebel. A gun for hire kind of thing. I don't really know too much more detail behind it. I haven't, like, looked at it in depth, but just what I've seen so far. One of the things I'm a little worried about with it is that every single preview they've given to it has always lauded and advertised, like, the same 3 or 4 things, which, like, as their, like, big milestone things for the game, which, like, worries me a bit that that's, like, kind of all they have to offer. Whereas in, like, an open world game to the immensity that they're discussing, especially in the Star Wars universe, with, like, different planets and stuff, should really, like, have a lot in it, right? And then like in a more recent preview, one of their biggest, like, you know, one of their, like, they speak so proudly of it, which is, like, fine, I guess, but they're like, and you can, like, stealth behind opponents and kill them. And I'm like, okay. And then they give like spend like 30 seconds saying how you can, like, sneak on opponents and kill them. And I think they talked about, like, and there's a grappling hook, and I'm like, okay. So, like, basic, like, RPG stuff, gotcha. You know, but they, like, I don't know, the way they presented it, it was like, it was one of those, like, hold for audience applause situations, and I'm like, it'd be bad if they didn't have that, right? So I guess my concern with it is, like, it's all been done before. Yeah, it's like, what are you bringing to the... I mean, listen, not every game needs to, like, innovate, and, like, every game that doesn't innovate is shit, right? Like, for sure. Like, we can't be that, like, crazy about things, but... So it's okay to not be like, oh, wow, this is the coolest new feature I've ever seen in an open world RPG. But then the stuff you do, you better do really damn well, right? I mean, there has to be like something that sets it apart, etc. But I don't know, right? Maybe that was just my impression. It was a bad impression. Or like I didn't really take like a good look at it yet. But it is definitely one of those cautiously optimistic things. In concept and in theory, it all looks like super fun and cool. How's it going to be for execution?
I'm not ready yet.
You know, a game and company I'm very jaded about, and I have the same feelings towards now. I'm sure you'll guess it, especially as a new player to those franchises. Starfield. Right? Starfield has left a terrible taste in my mouth about Bethesda. Actually hurt. Don't like that.
I'm not ready yet.
Exponentially. It doesn't even say the percent. It just says exponentially increased damage. I guess the fireballs are what did me in there a bit at the end. Yeah. No, I think it's something you can work out, Yells, for sure. Some of the four horsemen of the apocalypse open world Ubisoft. Yeah. Remember Starfield? Well, that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, it's an entirely different company, but it's basically like, okay, you know what my fear is, I guess, with Star Wars is like what's happened with Death Trap deals 80% increased damage or rearm itself 1/7 is basically what happened with kind of like I feel like a lot of the Warhammer games recently is that if you strip it down, the product itself is going to be like meh. Like it's just another RPG, open world RPG, nothing great about it. Gets kind of repetitive, gets kind of boring, whatever. And I think that they're planning to, or they would hide behind, how do I phrase this? They will hide behind the Star Wars title in order for that not to be apparent to people. Like, I'm worried that they feel they can get away with kind of like not going crazy on the product just because it's a Star Wars thing. You know? Yeah, we played a lot of PoE this past league. It's the league I've played most of and learned most of. I really enjoyed it. We played the shit out of it, actually. It just, honestly, between you guys not enjoying it too much, like our streaming audience, and Diablo came along, and I want to check out Diablo again, too. That's where it kind of stopped. But we did play a lot, and I like quite enjoyed it. Like, legit quite enjoyed it. Star Wars games without lightsabers? Bro, just go play the, what was that other one?
That can't be salvaged.
With Cal or whatever. Because Bethesda Starfield doesn't hold a candle to Fallout in the Skyrim universe. But see, like, you say that, but I remember the absolute disaster of, like, Fallout 76 and Fallout 4 when it came out. And even though I didn't play it, like, the public scrutiny behind it and the same, like, let's just wait until modders fix it and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it was my first foray into a Bethesda game, and I was not very impressed with it. And I understand that some of those previous games are beloved, but this is not even close to the first time this has happened with them, right? And, like, I respect that some of them might be in much better shape now, and modders have fixed it, and honestly, obviously, like, you know, recent because of the show, like, the Fallout 4, or sorry, yeah, Fallout 4, and New Vegas and all that, like, there's a lot of people playing it, they fixed it up a lot, they brought some new stuff and whatever. Right, and I get that it's fine now, but, like, I don't know, it leaves a pretty bad taste on my mouth when, like, a company basically just relies on the public to fix it every time. It's not the first time it's happened, right? Like, it's fucked up kind of thing. But I'm willing to try them. I'm not playing those games. I'm not trying those games out of, like, moral high ground or spite or something. But it seems that there's a consistent... It seems that there's, like, a consistent issue with Bethesda and just releasing, like, not ready to release products or promising something they can't keep up with and then expecting the public to just fix everything for them. Doo-doo-doo.
I need more time.
You thought Starfield was fine? Totally get the burnout from anyone who did the NG Plus universe hopping. Bro, I don't know. I think we're gonna agree to disagree here. I didn't get burnout because of NG Plus. I mean, just looking back on everything, what was advertised, what was promised, just the quality of graphics and all that kind of shit, loading screens, the dissociation of, like, the world and the universe and all this kind of stuff compared to other games kind of in its category. It was just like, what the hell is this, dude? Like, how do you use, which I guess starts to bleed a little into the NG Plus thing, but even then, like, how do you straight up copy pasta the same fucking temple like 20 times to grind those, like, rooms or whatever they were at the end of the game? And I think that's okay to ship as, like, your new product that you've been, like, advertising like crazy in every corner of the planet. It's, like, embarrassing. I don't know. I give the same scrutiny to Blizzard when they fuck up with WoW, when they fuck up with D4, to any company when they fuck up. I'm like, that's pretty fucked up, dude. Now, I get it, right? I get, like, subjectively some people, like, I think it's stupid to, like, argue and be like, no, because of these facts, you should also dislike the game or reevaluate how much you really enjoy the game. Like, I get it. Like, everyone's entitled to like whatever they want, but some of these things are just, like, objectively, like, just fucking unacceptable. Like, unacceptable shit, dude. Oh, that's me.
I need more time.
Wall is mean. So it's the tornadoes that get these attacks on this guy? Have we done BG3 honor mode? No, I'd like to. I'd like to, man. Like,
Not in town.
like probably until our streamathon chat in October, which is also gonna have some scary games and stuff. We don't have much like big game leeway right now because our schedule's a little booked between. Well, I mean, it's basically already laid out, right? We're gonna chill at this and WoW over the next couple of days, and then what's it called? Then Wukong, then WoW, then Outlaws that we were just talking about, then Space Marine, then I'm gone, right? And by the time I'm like back-ish, that's when it'll be like, okay, bit of breathing space. It's like maybe BG3 honor mode. The thing with, like, I'm always a little hesitant with I mean, BG3 maybe is like a special case. At least it was when we played BG3 for literally fucking months straight, and viewership was still good. But I'm a little hesitant on playing a 200+ hour game because oftentimes, no matter how good or renowned or whatever the game is, like, people just kind of tune out, you know? And the core is always going to be here for sure. I don't know. You know, the more I discuss this, the more, like, it can go either way. It's always like an interesting debate, right? Like, how many of you actually are going to tune in for a 200-hour gameplay, right? Probably not that many, in terms of, like, being engaged the whole time and understanding the story. Now, fortunately, BG3 is so popular that most people don't need to, like, be there. Like, there's a huge fandom behind it. But if it was like, I don't fucking know. It's like when we played Alan Wake for the second time, you know, that was like a great example of a really amazing game that did not have good viewership because if you guys aren't engaged with, like, what's going on in the story, it's just kind of like, eh, Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, right? And people just kind of, like, chill and do your own thing, but, yeah. But then again, you know, you could say this for literally any video game, man. Oh, boy. That's okay. Dude, where's the shield guy, man? Like, we can main WoW again, or main Diablo 4 from now on, and, right, there's going to be some people that are just, like, just here to chill and don't care about the game. Like, it is what it is. It's literally impossible to satisfy everyone's gaming needs, which is why it's the most important to just have a community that enjoys hanging out with each other and stuff. Not too many hornies in here, yeah. But either way, sorry, that was a very long-winded answer to, I definitely do want to do an honor mode. That's exactly what I wanted the game to be when it launched in terms of difficulty. So I'd like to do it at some point. You know what else I'd like to do? Terraria. So, it's okay, you're going to get it. You haven't killed, dude. This can actually do a bit of damage. Oh my god. I'm trying to let the pet in for a second. Is this the hang? What do you mean? I'm just here chilling? Yeah, like that's the thing is, like, you know, this isn't like a me unique thing, right? I mean, this applies to literally every. This is just how the business works. This applies to every streamer. Doesn't matter if you're Co or me or somebody with like 10 viewers.
I think this
or
is
Quinn.
2 years. Someone check me on that.
Like, eventually you're just going to have a core audience that's like there to chill and do whatever, right? Sometimes you'll just have some lower viewership, sometimes you won't. My son. Jesus, dude, thanks for the 122er. Did you miss Daddy? Bald man climbs up. All right, you need to stop. It's a very easy mentality to fall prey to here, and I have done it. I have indeed done it many a time in my 12 years streaming. It's very easy to fall prey to, like, worrying about numbers and then feeling like you're basically a prisoner in your own stream because you're scared to do anything. You get scared to do anything because of numbers. You feel like you can't play what you want because of numbers, or you feel like if you play this other game that half your audience wants to play but the other half doesn't want to play, you're gonna, like, disturb the fucking mojo in the stream. Ow. Why did that damage me through shield? And so you just, like, don't, you just, it's like a sit perfectly still thing. Okay, well, it's good enough. I'm scared to try anything else. I'm not going to. I just kind of need to, dude. Kind of need to. And that's where I'm saying. That's where it's like, well, you know, people are either going to enjoy this or they're not. And the core will always be here or they won't. Or they'll be like, I'll see you in a few days or whatever. To be fair, these guys are doing a non-zero amount of damage, some of the affixes now.
Any more time?
Oops. Wait, so is this boss's echo thing just the walls that... Okay. This is the easiest mechanic ever for me. They just, like, automatically cleave anyways. Yeah, dude, fighting on this pillar is so shit. Now, if those hit me, they give me a stack, right? You gonna watch One Piece remake? I've never seen One Piece in my life, so yeah, let's go. And Horn use Ginger comments, Ginger. I don't feel Alan Wake changed enough to be worth watching an NG Plus playthrough. Fair enough. But we wouldn't know that unless we tried it, right? But yeah, no, that's fair. It's true. Even. Alan Wake is also not a very, like... I mean, you know, I was just using that as an example, as an extreme example, but Alan Wake's also just not the kind of, like, fan-based, repetitive... like a game that you can repeat, right? It's not like an ARPG where people are interested in watching, like, new builds come together and, like, crazy powerful numbers, or, you know, World of Warcraft, like, repeating dungeons all the time, or, you know, whatever. It's like Terraria. Like, you know, there's tons of games that... Minecraft... that people play non-stop and are very repeatable in their gameplay. There's cool new stuff and people want to see. Whereas, like, heavy story-based games... I finally got an upgrade on that. Whereas, like, heavy story-based games are very... people are interested to basically watch them the first time. Right? It's not like we can replay Alan Wake 2 and be like, oh, here's, like, a cool new build. Like, oh, that's crazy, man. I think the only time there's an exception there is if you're doing, like, speedruns, right? Like, speedrun environments for that. I think it'll apply there, but yeah. Oh, I love the Telltale games, man. I'm down to do, like, the... to go through the, what's it called series? Like, the Walking Dead series. When we do, what's it called? Like, or for like during Halloween, October stuff. You can't get into survival games in Shrouded Ark. I have, like, you know, as a viewer, like, that watches Twitch as well, like, I have those kind of games too. There's some games I enjoy watching that I myself, I'm like, I'm not really that interested in. For sure. Telltale's are super fun games, though. I always found them very fun to play.
I need more time.
Well, Telltale, you know, started with Tales of the Borderlands and kept falling asleep. Really, man? That was like one of my favorite ones. I thought, at least for the first playthrough, that shit was hilarious. Speaking of Borderlands, the Borderlands movie that just came out is apparently abysmal. They even made a fucking meme with, like, handing off the baton of the worst movie of the year from Madam Web to that. Like, apparently it's just absolutely atrocious.